These are the most nosiest neighbors ever. Let's be nosy.
Light display for stolen dog. It's a tit-for-tat world. Someone does something to you and you almost always try and think of something to do to them.
That's me.
In this case, one neighbor who thought another neighbor stole her dog decided to think outside the box. With
that?
Christmas just around the corner in 2012, Sarah Childs decided to show her neighbors what she really thought of them in the most festive fashion possible. In November, she installed festive
Tiny penis, arrow pointing. It gotta be pointing at their house.
Lights on her roof in the shape of a hand with the middle finger up, facing the neighbor's property. Police told her to remove it or face a $400 fine.
No. That stays.
So she did, but that wasn't the end of the matter. After going through the court system with the American Civil Liberties Union of Louisiana on her side, she was able to bar the police and the city of Denham Springs from making her remove her display. This came with a temporary restraining order which prohibited city officials from interfering with the lights.
Savage. Never give up. It's a way around things. It's a way around, baby.
So every time her neighbors left their home at night, they were reminded of just how much their neighborhoods.
Like that.
We aren't all good with in-person confrontations. Many of us would much rather send a strongly worded note or text message to
I don't recommend that, but I'd rather talk in person. But you got people that want to text too. I do it sometimes, but I regret it after I do it.
Get our point across. Even those of us who would confront a neighbor with a problem, it's not always easy to track them down when the situation arises. Many people have received and sent hilarious passive-aggressive notes about problems in the neighborhood. Some of them have merit, while others seem to be sent by people with too much time on their hands. Like the neighbor who printed out a note that said, "Please do something about the dandelions in your lawn, please." That neighbor responded by putting a sign on their lawn saying, "Free dandelions."
Number one, that's a no. Number two, why are you worrying about what I got in my yard anyway?
Take as many as you like. Terrier barking recording. There are very few things as annoying as having a neighborhood dog barking endlessly while its owners are at work. It can leave you at your wit's end, especially if you work from home.
I was just about to say that, yeah. When you work from home, you gotta, make sure that you listening, especially if you're on a Zoom call or something like that, an important meeting, and the dog up there making a lot of noise, yeah, that'll piss you off.
Or don't have a job. Or if you're like me, work from home and you need it to be quiet. One man, Andrew Nicklin, took matters into his own hands when he became tired of his neighbor's Yorkshire Terrier cross, Buster, barking incessantly. Instead of telling the neighbor, Catherine Farrell, to control her dog, he recorded the barking and played it back to her at a loud volume at 3 a.m.
No.
Fireworks drone response to loud party. It looks like a scene from an alien.
Yeah, it's like an alien invasion or something.
Alien invasion movie. A small spacecraft flying around shooting red and green laser beams at people walking by.
Whoever did that, they know how to make. Trying to tell you.
Fortunately, 2021 hasn't unleashed that one on us just yet. Instead, a man became tired of his notoriously loud, partying neighbors and took matters into his own hands. Clearly quite smart with technology, he armed his drone with some fireworks and launched it over top of the partygoers. He then remotely controlled the drone, sending targeted fireworks in the direction of people having a good time at the party. Clearly, they didn't know what was going on because many of them ran for cover, which
He's shooting people. He's shooting people with fireworks, boy, with a drone. He pissed.
Parking spot revenge. If you live in an apartment complex or work somewhere with allocated parking, there's a common problem you'll likely strike: someone blocking you in. It may only happen once, but it can be enough to upset your plans and put a damper on your day. One mechanic in the US had more bad luck than most. His parking space on the 3rd floor of a parking lot was continually being blocked in by the same vehicle. It would show up at random, and he'd have to quickly find another way to get to work or wherever he was going. The mechanic left countless notes, but the driver would still park right in front of his vehicle, blocking him from.
It'll piss me off. I left you a note. I asked you please, nicely, do not park in my way. I got to get to work, and you keep doing it. I told that thing off.
From getting out. He contacted the apartment owner and they wouldn't help. He even called a tow company, but they wouldn't move it from that high up. So he did something even better. He borrowed a vehicle positioning jack from his auto shop, gathered his friends, and moved the car into a tight spot between a wall and a pillar. With minimal free space, the vehicle driver would have to do a billion-point turn to try and get it out. But it had the desired effect. Dog poop drama. When you've gotta go, you've gotta go, but dogs don't discriminate about where they go. Whether it's their yard or someone else's, they'll just squat and release. Detroit woman Brenda Mullins took extreme offense to her yard being the regular toilet for her neighbor's dog, and so she acted on it. But rather than speak to the dog's owner about the issue, she did.
No. Where my hand? I know you did. I know you didn't get that poop in. I know you didn't do that. I know she didn't do that.
Something extreme. She picked up the poop and smeared it on their doorknob.
No.
When Michael Smith and Joy Edwards, the dog's owners, noticed the poop, they checked their security footage to see that Brenda was behind it. When the truth came out, Brenda said the dog had used her yard as a toilet too many times, and she took it further than she wanted, but didn't.
Nah, honey. You could have threw the poop back in the yard or something, or leave a note. There's been a lot of notes in here. You could have left a note. Nah, you don't do that, man. No, 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 no. Ugh, that's nasty. You went too far.
Know what else she could do. Joy and Michael had an idea. Talk to them about it. They said Brenda had never contacted them to bring up the issue, which meant they didn't have an opportunity to resolve it. Diddy and cops get revenge on a neighbor. In recent years, police forces across the United States have been fielding calls for the most absurd things. One teenager even had the cops called on him because he accidentally mowed the corner of his neighbor's lawn. But in this case, rather than tell a boy to stop what he was doing, the health department and police force made sure he was doing it correctly. 13-year-old Jaquan Faulkner from Minneapolis was earning his pocket money by selling hot dogs under the business name Mr. Faulkner's Old-Fashioned Hot Dogs.
Look at that young man. Look at that entrepreneur right there. I like that. I love it.
He also sold soda, chips, and sausages. Jaquan had been running his little business from his front yard for 2 years, and it had been a hit with neighbors.
Oh, hell, man.
This is going great and bad.
Look at him.
Well, except for one neighbor who called the Minneapolis Health Department to get him shut down. But instead of shutting him down, they helped him get a permit to become a business owner. They showed him how to check the temperatures of his hot dogs and even gave him a thermometer and hand washing station. They even covered the permit costs.
That's what's up. I like that. If y'all laugh at any of those clips in this video, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all drop it down in the comments how you doing today. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. I'll fly over to the next video. Peace.